What's up, YouTube? You're watching Calm Gaylor, and today we're taking a look at my Smith&Wesson collection. So as you can see, I own 6 Smith&Wessons, and I plan on owning more in the future, and I have zero plans on selling any of these. Smith&Wesson is my favorite gun maker, and the reason is simple. I mean, they make good stuff, quality's good. I've never had any kind of quality control issues, never really had any kind of malfunctions out of pretty much any of their stuff. I think maybe my 380s had a few, but not enough to worry about. And then their designs are probably my favorite designs out of any other brand. When it comes to like, I love that they have like a sandpaper feel on their grip on pretty much all of their pistols. It's the same, not the revolver, but all their pistols. It's pretty much the same. Other than the SD series, it doesn't. Even on my rifle here, it has the sandpaper feel. So I like that. That's a feature to me. It just seems familiar. If you've had one, you've had them all in a way. So you just buy the one that you need for whatever your niche is, and you feel familiar. So as far as other brands go, Smith&Wesson's my favorite. Second favorite would probably be Springfield. I like the XTs a lot. Or it may be tied with CZ. I'm a big CZ guy. I really like their guns. So either Springfield or CZ. And then there's a few others that I really like. I like the Canics a lot. Honestly, I know that they're in Turkey, but they make really good stuff. I like their stuff. And then probably Steyr, Glock, some of those, Walther. I like some of the other brands. I'm not dogging on any of the other brands, but I far and above I prefer Smith and Wesson. Even with the American brands, I do like other brands. I'm a big Ruger fan, and I actually am a big Keltec fan. People like to scoff at Keltec, but they make their designs are awesome. I think sometimes their quality control isn't the best, but their designs are good. And in Ruger, um, I don't really care for a lot of their designs, but their guns are good. You know what I mean? So, anyways, let's take a look at each and every one of my Smith and Wessons and just talk about each one real quick. So, first up, we have the Bodyguard 38. I've carried this revolver a lot. I haven't carried it in like a little while, but it's so lightweight because the back half is polymer, front half is metal, and it has the ambidextrous cylinder release. It's just a 38 special. You can shoot plus P through it, but I have had zero issues out of this thing. I can shoot it well, so I really like it, and I do have a decent amount of rounds through it. So I don't think I've done like a comprehensive review or anything, but I would say this one's definitely good to go, and all the ones on the table are good to go. So it's been a great one. Next, we have the Smith& Wesson Bodyguard 380. So this is their small 380, and this one got a lot of hate. I think I did a shooting video, and a lot of people was like, this gun's a piece of crap. The trigger's terrible. It's unreliable. And I don't know if they just put out a lot of unreliables or what, but mine has been reliable. I don't remember if there's any jams in that video. I think I have had a couple of jams with it, but it's not bad. It's been a great gun for me. I can hit well with it. I like that even though it's a little mouse gun, you've got real sights on it. I like the trigger. I know the trigger is long double action, but that's not a bug. That's a feature with this gun because it's a pocket pistol. Plus you have a safety. I really do like this gun. I think it's a quality gun. I've never had those issues that people complain about. And now the Bodyguard 2.0's come out, and it's like a whole nother level of awesome. And I would like to get that sometime in the future. But I like my Bodyguard 380, and I also carry this. One of the reasons I'm doing the Smith& Wesson video is 99.999% of the time, I'm carrying one of these Smith& Wessons. That's the guns that I carry. If it's not the revolver, not the Bodyguard, it's most likely the Shield Plus, and it's the next gun up here. I love my Shield Plus. This gun rocks. Now mine is chambered in 30 super carry because I've got a pretty high capacity with a flush fitting magazine. I've got 15 easy. I want to look into getting mag guts, and you can make it even higher if it's reliable. I'm very comfortable with this gun. The only thing I don't love about it, I wish it had the little flag instead of a hole as far as the loaded chamber indicator. Not a big deal at all. That's just the way they make them. And then I don't particularly love the squared off trigger Glock style. I prefer the M&P style segmented trigger where it's two pieces. I prefer that. I know a lot of people don't like those. I don't particularly like the bladed trigger, but whatever, it's what's in it, and I'm cool with it. Great gun. This is what I carry 90% of the time. If I carry a Smith&Wesson 99% of the time, I'm carrying the Bodyguard Plus, or I'm sorry, the Shield Plus 90% of that time. 30 Super Carry, love it. Next up is a gun that I haven't had very long, and that is the Shield Easy. I like this gun. Its trigger is amazing. It's got an internal hammer and a grip safety. And at first, I didn't love the looks of them from just seeing them in YouTube. But after I handled it in real life, I'm like, this is a really good gun. So I decided to pick it up. It's got a 10 round capacity in the magazine. Mine is a 30 Super Carry. I'm currently bidding on one on Gunbroker that's a 380. I would like to get that as well. I don't know if I'll win or not though, but pretty stinking sweet gun. I may end up getting night sights for it. I do like that this one does have the little flag that sticks up if there's a round in the chamber. Overall, it's familiar. It feels like my Shield Plus or my M&P. It just feels kind of the same, but it's set up more for a beginner, and I really like it because it's such an easy gun to shoot. Never had a malfunction out of either of these at all. And last but not least with my pistols is my M&P 2.0. And man, do I love this gun. I can shoot well with it. It's like just made for my hand. It has all the different back straps if you need them. It's just a great gun all the way around. If I'm going to war, like if somebody dropped me in the, what is it, the Call of Duty style gulag, and they're like, you get a pistol and a magazine and you have to fight to the death with somebody else. Terrible example, I know what you're saying. But if they put it all on the line like that, they're like, what pistol are you grabbing? I'm grabbing an M&P 2.0 full size, and I'm hoping for the best. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't this, then probably a CZ P10F, but M&P 2.0 full size, that would be my choice. All right, guys. Last but not least, and I recently picked this up, the M&P FPC by Smith&Wesson. It takes the same magazines as my M&P 2.0. That all being said, haven't shot it yet, so I can't tell you how awesome it is. I can't tell you much about it because it's been sitting in the safe for a few days. I've just been busy. The sights are going to go. These are terrible Amazon Chinese sights. I'm going to get some good Magpul, the Metal Pro sights, and then I would like to get a good red dot, like a hologram sight, kind of like an EOTech style, probably Hollow Sun. And then I'm going to do it right. So sorry, I haven't really shot it and I haven't sighted it in or anything. But anyways, guys, that's my Smith&Wesson collection. In the comments below, I would love to know, what is your favorite gun brand and why? If it's Glock, tell me why it's Glock. If it's Ruger, tell me why it's Ruger. If it's Canik, tell me why it's Canik. I just love this kind of conversation. Mine is Smith&Wesson. Oh, also, another cool thing about Smith&Wesson, I do live in East Tennessee, and one of the Smith&Wesson factories is very close to me. Within 40 minutes of driving, I can be at the Smith&Wesson factory. Now, funny thing, none of my Smith&Wessons that I own are made there. Let me cough, hang on. I've had a little bit of a cold. I feel like I say that in every video. But anyways, all these Smith&Wessons I got right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None of them are made at that Maryville, Tennessee factory. I just, bad luck of the draw, but you know, it is what it is. They do make a lot of Smith&Wessons there, and I just haven't gotten one yet. Now, so I like that they're made locally too, like actual locally. It's up the road a ways. That being said, what guns as far as Smith&Wessons do I want in the future? Well, next up, sorry for the stuffy nose, guys. Next up, I would love to get one of the discontinued Smith&Wesson 5206, I believe is the name. I hate when their guns is just numbers, but it's the all metal pistol that they made back in the 90s. I would love to get one of those. Police officers used to carry them. I always thought they looked cool, and it's so 90s. Like, it's just a 90s looking gun. Would love to get one of those. I really want a MMP 2.0 metal, so it's all metal. I want one of those. The Bodyguard 2.0, which is like a double stacked 380. I would like to get one of those. Maybe an SD in 40 or something. I don't know. I don't really like the SD near as much. It's one of the few Smith& Wessons that doesn't have the sandpaper grip. It's just like the regular plasticky grip that a lot of guns have. So I'm not as big on that gun. Have no interest in the CSX. I mean, it's probably a good gun, but it's just not my cup of tea for as much money as it is. It's cool. Like if somebody gave me one, I don't think I would sell it. Um, and as far as revolvers go, I do want to get like a 686 plus or whatever, the 7-shot revolver. I would like to get several of their revolvers. They're just so pricey. I can't really afford it all the time. So yeah, there's a lot of Smith and Wessons I do want. I want their J frame that's chambered in 22 Magnum. There's a lot of guns that are Smith and Wessons that I want in the future. I just don't have the funds right now. Anyways, guys, in the future, you will see all these guns shot if you haven't already. Some of these we've already done shooting videos. And I'd like to get a long-term review on all of them eventually. Coming up in 2025, my goal is to start doing comprehensive reviews. Guns that I've had a while, give my long-term opinion. Most of the gun channels, they get a gun and they have it for like 3 days and they're pumping out reviews. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not really a pro gun channel. I have a real job and this is just kind of like my hobby. I do have a lot of guns, but the guns that I want to review will be ones that I've owned a while, ones that I haven't had for 3 days, ones that I've had for 6 months, a year. I put rounds through them. I know how they really are. So I want to do reviews on all of these. It just takes time. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite gun brands, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.